On a daily, we just got this confirmation that Bitcoin broke higher and we got a candle close. So that's a beautiful thing to watch as the crypto market was low for a while. But right now, on the other side of the aisle, all coins are not doing much. Especially while we look at XRP, it's still staying just below 0.5, below the previous breakout level. We broke to the downside around 0.5060. So if we manage to get above that and close the daily, that's positive. However, we have not yet done that. Bitcoin dominance is still grinding to the upside, and the total crypto market is still $1.1 trillion. So that means Bitcoin moving 5% up for the day and the entire crypto market moving only 3.5 is a clear symbol of Bitcoin draining the capital from a lot of other assets in the market. But what's positive for us in XRP is that we are still in green. That means Bitcoin did drain a lot of capital in the market, but that's not from XRP. That's from a lot of different assets which are getting hit hard in the market. So the money is moving and rebalancing for sure. But right now, XRP is not getting attracted by the short sellers who are actually pushing the price down and taking that money over to buy Bitcoin. One of the other interesting factors to look at is we just saw SEC going wild against the Coinbase, the Binance, the existing crypto infrastructure. However, now we have news that the Citadel, Fidelity, and even Charles Schwab is about to launch their own crypto exchange platform. So it's like, okay, they bring the market down as much as possible so that the Wall Street guys can actually jump into this market. While the big guys here, Binance and Coinbase, are hit hard. Now, the price action side of things are more interesting because we would like to see like, okay, how high the price is going to go, where the price is going to go, at least what the price may actually do. Like we discussed about Bitcoin last time. If Bitcoin break to the upside, I told you guys like, okay, more or less, it's going to drain the money. And it is doing the exact same thing. It's grinding higher, bringing in more attention to the Bitcoin side of the crypto market. That means a lot of new buyers going into that side. What about XRP? What about other altcoins? Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys learn how to become the next top 10%. Yesterday, we talked about this scenario, a macro breakout in the Bitcoin dominance. And right now, we are watching Bitcoin moving higher, pushing the entire crypto market look green. And the way Bitcoin is moving, it is moving a little bit fast. Because if you actually go on a 4-hour chart, you'll observe that last 3 candles here, which is like 12 hours, has been way faster than what we have seen in the days before. So that kind of gives the market a little bit more room. That kind of shows like someone is entering the market and trying to push through the next levels. And if you actually remove the pattern itself and look for the horizontal level of support resistance, you'll actually watch that this previous level, which is 28,300, 28,238 to be precise, has been broken. What does that actually mean for us? Because while we look at the trend line, we were trending to the downside and now we are breaking back higher. So yes, we do have the macro pattern. Now we are breaking to the upside. So that kind of gives you the next question of where Bitcoin is headed. Because this would help you solve while you're trying to look for altcoins and what they are about to do. Right? So here, the Bitcoin side of things, when you're looking at Bitcoin on a weekly, it kind of gives you an idea that yes, we came down, we hit the 21-day moving average, we closed the weekly above that. And as soon as we did that, we actually talked about this, how things are actually moving and the risk on sentiment is coming back into the market. Right now, that's what we are watching. The market is actually taking risk on sentiment. People are actually going in saying, okay, I'm happy staying in this asset right now, considering all those macro factors. What does that mean for the entire altcoin market? Because if Bitcoin is about to break this particular level, which it has done already on a weekly chart, that shows you some level of buyers. Now, what we would like to see is that, say, on the daily side of things, we at least break the resistance level, which should be somewhere close to 0.618, and that's where we are right now. So if we consider the downside drop recently, we'd say like, okay, this is somewhere we would like to watch the price break. That would kind of give us like more or less certainty that, okay, now things are going the other side. But yes, even if we are going on the conservative aisle, we do see the price breaking higher. We do see this as a continuation pattern. Now, that's on a daily, and we understand how things are moving. Now we go on towards the XRP side of things. We're watching whether we can actually do this week like a giant candle to the upside, where bulls actually come back in and show we are still here. We came in just before the 21-day moving average. So majority, we're thinking we're going to buy somewhere close to this range. When I was thinking that's a possible range. However, now the price is trying to bounce off. So now we go in. We go in on a daily chart. And the daily chart, it's a little bit confusing because this pattern here is bearish. But right now the price is showing, I'm actually moving higher with Bitcoin. But wait for the confirmation here because we are just below a major level. Here, this particular level has been broken to the downside recently. The 21-day moving average is at 0.5084. So for XRP, unless you move above 0.51, I would say, okay, that's a cautious range. You can even get rejected at these levels, 0.5080, 0.505. You can actually get rejected from this particular level. Now, go on to Ether for the same matter. Say here you're looking at it on a daily for XRP. Now when you actually take a look on the same horizon for Ether, it shows you like, yeah, we managed to break through a horizontal level. We managed to actually break through the 21-day moving average. However, we are still below a trend line resistance. So that's where Bitcoin has a difference right now that broke to the upside. Now, if you actually take in the time side of things and look at when we actually did this previous breakout from the pattern above the 21-day moving average and what the entire market did after that, it was like 13th March this year, right? And then Bitcoin continued moving higher, hit somewhere close to 30 and then tested 31K and slowed down. So now if we actually go back into say XRP and look for 13th March and what we were doing back then, it is interesting to see that we kind of followed it after a week. Say 13th March, we are here. We were trying to bottom out and we still put in a local low there. However, in 1 week, XRP bursted to the upside. So that means there was a lag of 7 days in the market. Now we go look at the Ether. We're going on to see what Ether did on the same time horizon. So here it is. Ether actually moved higher with Bitcoin. That's what we are watching even right now. We're getting a break higher in Ether from the 21-day moving average as Bitcoin moves. So it's more or less highly correlated with Bitcoin, but XRP seems to be a little bit far away. It does its own thing, consolidate, correct back down, and then go up. So if that situation remains same, I would say like, okay, those who you are actually looking for opportunities here in XRP may actually get that. We may go test 0.5 and flirt with that particular level and then get rejected towards 0.46, maybe 0.45. That's going to be something interesting to watch. However, keep 0.47 as a great range because that was the candle close before. That's for the XRP part of things. But if you actually look at the crypto market as a whole, right? First, you'll understand the fact that yes, on a weekly, this actually looks massively bullish. You're trying to get back above the 21-day moving average and you're barely above that right now on a weekly. And you still have 3 to 5 days more for this particular week to close. And by the time you close this week, if you manage to get about 21-day moving average and close it there, that for me is like the market is done with the corrective mode. At least the bulls are back pushing and defending this particular level. If you actually put that on a shorter time horizon here, say a daily chart, and then look at the trend line, you can actually say like, okay, we kind of did a slow week to the downside, but we did manage to come back up, and that is positive. So if you actually stay a little bit more conservative, you can actually say, okay, this is what we are looking at. We're actually trying to get back into that range. So that's being super conservative on the total crypto market as in a line chart. Why? Because Bitcoin is draining the money away from the alts right now, and you're only seeing much of the movement happening in the Bitcoin side of things. But as soon as we actually get a breakout here, Bitcoin should be moving, and that should pull the altcoins as well. So for a better understanding, what we can do is take the same thought process and move into the altcoin market. This is what the altcoin market is doing. We broke to the downside. We haven't retested that particular level yet, and we are coming back to retest that level. During that, we are watching that the 21-day moving average is being tested as we speak. And if we manage to break that, it's positive. Still, we have another level to break. So I would actually say, like, for the altcoin side of things, this is where we are. Yes, are we in a bullish pattern? If you actually ask that question, I would say yes, clearly. You're actually making a channel corrective action. So you need to break this particular part. If not, you're going to come back down and make a double bottom and then go back higher. That still is going to be a macro bullish area, because you'll see Bitcoin breaking through the 29K, the 30K, the 31K. And that's when the media, the attention, all those hype actually come back in. And that's where you see some people start taking profits, maybe 35, maybe 40,000 Bitcoin. You'll actually see crypto markets slowly grinding higher. But yes, Bitcoin would be the leader at that time. And then you'll actually watch Bitcoin slowing down, hitting a roof, say somewhere here by 20th Jan, you'll see Bitcoin slowing down, consolidating, right? Now you go look at what XRP actually did or Ether actually did by that time frame. Say here, you'll actually notice Ether kind of hit same level because it's highly correlated. And then you move on further to look at what XRP did, because that's of more interest to us. And we'll actually notice the fact that by that time, XRP started moving higher again. So that was here, and it started moving back up. Now, if we actually go look at the next level, Bitcoin actually started consolidating around 17th March, and it stayed around that point for some time. And if you actually take a look at what XRP did, we actually see like, okay, Bitcoin consolidated, we corrected back down, and while that happened, we moved back up. So the major run up in XRP came after that, which means you may need more patience than most of these alts, which are highly correlated with the Bitcoin market right now. And when you look at Bitcoin, when as we speak, you see Bitcoin testing 29,000 range, which is highly bullish. Why? Because you need to understand this 20th of the month, and the monthly candle will actually show you that it is trying to repeat history. What does that mean? Massively bullish. If a lot of people pushed you out of the market and your exposure to crypto is zero, and you're watching this in front of you, you may actually have trouble thinking what's next. This is clear historical pattern coming in action. You can actually put the same on a weekly and see why that's true. We have actually went through that extensively in many different videos, but the basics of that is the rounded bottom pattern here and the rounded bottom pattern historically, which we have seen. And then you get a break of that pattern, barely you fake out and come back down to the support range and bounce back up. And what's the support range there? It's a 21-day moving average on a weekly. That's exactly what we are observing now. So the key range to watch is if Bitcoin is able to break 31K. That means Bitcoin is about to go in higher, maybe 45, maybe 50, we don't know. We'll have to watch where it actually goes for the first leg. And it should consolidate a little bit, pushing the money into altcoin market. And that's where we are focusing on for XRP, XLM, and a lot of these assets to see where they are showing the divergence, where you see big guys entering and accumulating. So if you are interested in all those which we discuss in the Patreon, you can look at the group. The link is given in the description below. So guys, if you received value for your time, please do hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate that a lot. I'll meet you guys on the next video. Bye for now.